I guess it's working. Let's try that. I haven't looked so good in these radio shows. That's why I started calling them radio shows, because I didn't look so good. I used to be a radio announcer for WQFS. I was a DJ. My show was called the Transcendian. I was most pleased when somebody called up and said, "Who are you?" Right here, I'm looking at LinkedIn instead of Facebook, and I came on here because it was a comment in the film. It was, documentary is only in need of a sales agent when it has any proven value, referring to their film. Start with entering it into every single festival, then win a few awards for it, then present it to a sales agent who will take 25%. I can directly refer you to 3 of them when you are ready, not you're ready. Until then, they can't sell just a documentary. Thousands are made every year. Yours must prove at least to any audience it is interesting. I had a question, I wrote it. Oh, well, I asked them 25% of what? Used to be, I guess, the writer got 10% of the budget, and the director got 10% of the budget, and guy did created by for, you see that credit, created by, he's supposed to get 15% of the TV shows. I think it's a net profit. I think we're talking about nets, after expenses. That's how you don't get any money for the first 3 films usually, or you make a 3-film deal anyway, so that advertising costs don't eat your profit up so it's completely gone by the time you see anything. So that's movie making. Let's see what else is at home on LinkedIn. LinkedIn today instead of Facebook. John C. Abel. I'm so proud to have you as a daughter. Heard this on the air. Stop doing everything else. I'm so proud to have you as a daughter. Is highlighted. It's a public. It's a emotional. What is it? What is that called? Personal interest, emotional interest. One of those kind of. Fess up when you mess up. Don't make excuses and do everything within your power to make the situation right. That's from Freelancers Union. Well, you better have good insurance. One time I had to split the money, and your deductible has to be like 100% if you're running low capitalization business. All in all, you're going to need an accountant and an attorney from the day you're fucking born. 5 ways vulnerability can work in your favor. Yeah, right. Weakness always works well. Vulnerability is to be avoided at all costs. Victim economy and social justice, Autumn Cole on LinkedIn. Much has been written and posted on social media about the sharing economy. This is expected to become the next big thing. Advocates of this. Well, it goes on. I could read the whole thing. Autumn Cole puts these things on there. She's got a sign that says rich, poor, poor, rich, and signs going each way. But I'm just going to read the comment. It is incorrect to state that the U.S. is the only capitalistic system on earth. It is not. Study the Dutch economy. You must separate government support and social systems within the country from an economic system. The USA does not at all operate according to the perfect capitalistic system. The Dutch are and have been much closer to this than the U.S. if you want to meld and mesh the system to look at the political economy, then the U.S. is still not purely capitalistic system. Purely. He did write it correctly. Take a look at the U.S. government's rules and regs on procurement, and you can see that. Well, I've always looked at the Netherlands and the Dutch as being daggone well as an example of a great nation, and they apparently fought France and won, and were 200 years ahead of the United States as far as constitutional operations of government. They're constitutional. It's pretty striking. I've read a bunch of them. I didn't read every single one of the Barbara Tuchman histories, which are excellent, but I did read The Proud Tower and Distant Mirror and The First Salute, and The First Salute is what has that stuff about the Netherlands and Holland in it. Well, that's where we were getting our weapons. The United States was getting its weapons from the Dutch, and then it got them from the French. The French didn't jump in there right away, and by then the Dutch system was in decline there for a good while, and now it's sort of just happy to be itself. From all I can tell, they made it so you couldn't move there unless you could speak Dutch. That's like taking Budweiser off the menu in a bar to get rid of bikers. Well, pool tables are fun, I tell you, though. But bikers and pool tables go together because they like to hit each other with sticks. You know, stab and grab sort of things. Let's see. I used to go to the Paradise every now and then. I'm going to look on, see what Facebook has to say. I was reading about North Carolina politics earlier, and I'm going to read a little bit about Facebook and see what they got to say, and that'll be it for our radio show of today. I'm using the bad camera. Dave Robertson says, my job was shipped to China during the Bush recession, and Wall Street took my home, but I voted Republican so they would repeal the estate tax for billionaires. That's important to me. Well, the key to wealth is inheritance, and that's why the Insuro dollar, which creates an inheritance for all of the citizens, is superior to the future tax credit that is going to be the alternative currency for Greece. It looks like it could very well be. We're all bozos on this bus. Oh my God. Fire sign theater. Oh man. I had to give my...
Now, everywhere he went, man dropped a great load of knowledge, forming a rich compost where slumbered the modifying spark of humanity. Yet it was not many years later, in the little Flemish village of Cutterdam, that the restless chemist Sir Sidney Fudd was to make that particularly momentous entry.
Oh man, that's so good.
Love you. You're
I gave my fire sign theater to my Marilyn, my physical therapist.
Dear Nabby,
I broke the leg.
Darling.
Battle flag of the Northern Virginia Army, made famous by Robert E. Lee. Joff Rilowitz, old high school revolutionary comrade,
which miraculously arrived in precise
posted about the Confederate flag.
Journey round the tip. Oh dear.
I gotta find I
set it up directly, and having once aligned it upon...
I'm not gonna play all that. I gotta get out of here. Going on about the flag, that's good, because the flag is a horrible thing. Knocking over all the Confederate monuments is really what ought to happen.